Good day, class! Before we formally start our class, may I request everyone to please stand for a prayer. May I request Anthony to please lead the prayer. Amen. Okay, before you take your seats, please arrange your chairs and pick some pieces of paper. Okay, good morning once again, class. I am Teacher Dan, and I will be your science teacher for today. So how are you all doing right now? Are you ready for another day of learning? Alright, let's make today a great learning experience together. But before that, I will be running this attendance sheet. If you are present, please sign your name on the attendance sheet as it is passed around. Now at this moment, let me introduce you to our classroom rules. In this class, we have 3 rules. We have listen, actively participate, and be respectful. First, we have listen. I want you all to listen in our class discussion as I have some questions to be asked later. Second, we have actively participate. I want you all to actively participate in our class. I want you all to participate in the activity that we will do later. And lastly, for our third one, we have be respectful. This is the most important. I want you all to be respectful at all times. Respect each other's ideas and spaces. Okay class, are the classroom rules clear? Alright, that's great. Now, let's have a quick recall. What was our topic last meeting? Anyone? Yes, Amy. Yes, very good, that's right. Last meeting, we have discussed about motion of an object. Now, before we proceed to our new topic, let's have a simple game called Direction Drill. Now, for the instructions, please listen carefully. When I say right, move 1 step to the right. When I say left, move 1 step to the left. When I say forward, move 1 step forward. And when I say backward, move 1 step backwards. Okay class, are the instructions clear? Alright, now let's begin. May I request everyone to please stand for our activity. Okay, let's start. Right, left, left, forward, right, backward, right. Okay, thank you everyone for your participation. You may now take your seats. Okay, now, based on the activity, how did you decide which way to move? Okay, now, if I only said move 1 step without saying direction, do you still know where to go? Alright, all of this are related to our new topic for today. Now at this moment, let's have an activity called Pass the Rubik's Cube Puzzle. For the instructions, please everybody read. I will present a series of picture puzzle and you will guess the words behind it. A Rubik's Cube will be passed throughout the class while singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat. When the song stops, the person holding the Rubik's Cube will be the one who will answer the puzzle. Okay, are the instructions clear, class? Okay, let's proceed to our activity. Everybody, sing! Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Okay, we have Ian Kent, you're holding the ball. Now, for the first picture puzzle, what do you think is the word behind this? Okay, let's see if you're correct. Alright, so the answer is quantity. Please receive this menu star. Okay, now, for the next picture puzzle, everybody sing! Okay, we have Nika. Okay, Nika, what do you think is the word behind this picture puzzle? Okay, let's see if you're right. Okay, so the answer is magnitude. Please receive this menu star. Okay, now for the next picture puzzle, everybody sing. Okay, we have Selwyn. Okay, Selwyn, what is your answer? Okay, let's see if you're correct. Alright, so the answer is direction. Please receive this menu star. Now for the next picture puzzle, everybody sing. Okay, we have Jean. Okay, Jean, what do you think is the word behind this picture puzzle? Okay, let's see if you're correct. Alright, so the answer is scalar. Please receive this menu star for answering correctly. And now, for the last picture puzzle, everybody sing. Okay, we have Edmar. Okay, Edmar, what do you think is the word behind this picture puzzle? Okay, let's see if you're correct. Alright, so the answer is vector. Please receive this menu star. Okay, and that ends our first activity for today. Did you all had fun? Alright, that's good to hear. Alright, now, based on the activity that we have done, what do you think is our new topic for this day? Anyone? Yes, Jorel. Alright, very good. Today, we will be discussing about quantities in terms of magnitude and direction, and also, we will be tackling about scalar quantity and vector quantity. And now, let me introduce you to our learning objectives. Please everybody read. Okay, now at this moment, let us have another activity. Are you ready to have another activity? Alright, this activity is called Sort It Out, the Scalar Vector Challenge. For the instructions, please everybody read. Okay, are the instructions clear, class? Okay, now, let me present to you the rubric for your activity for your guide. And I will give you handouts for your activity. Okay, time is up. Please paste all your outputs on the whiteboard. Now let's start with your presentation. Starting from Group 1. Okay, thank you very much. Let's give Group 1 5 claps. Now, let's proceed to the second group. Okay, thank you. Please give Group 2 5 claps. Now let's have Group 3. Okay, thank you very much. Let us give Group 3 5 claps. Now for the last group, your timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Thank you very much. Please give the last group 5 claps. Okay, now for your scores. All groups got perfect scores. Alright, well done everyone. Now, please allow me to synthesize the activity. Now let us discuss what is magnitude and direction, and what is scalar quantity and vector quantity. Now let me ask someone, what do you think magnitude and direction means? Okay, I see Mariela raising her hand. Alright, very good, that is right. Magnitude is a measure or numerical value of a given quantity, while direction is the path where the quantity is heading. Magnitude answers how much, and direction answers which way. Let's say for example, 5 meters is a magnitude. It answers the question how much, which is 5 meters. Next is north, which is a direction. It answers which way, which is north. Okay, now, let us discuss about scalar quantity and vector quantity. So scalar quantity is a quantity that has magnitude with a unit of measure only without direction. For example, 40 kilometers, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 63 meter per hour. Okay, why do you think these examples belongs in scalar quantity? Anyone? Okay, I see no one raises their hand. Then let me call a random learner to answer. Okay, let's have Kevin. Alright, that is right. They don't have directions and have magnitude only. That is why they are examples of scalar quantity. Okay, now, let's proceed to vector quantity. Now, what do you think is vector quantity? Yes, Kate. Yes, very good, that is right. Vector quantity is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. For example, we have 5 meter per second northeast, 16 miles west, and 100 feet per second squared east. So vector quantity involve magnitude and direction. Okay, now, we already know the different terms of the motion of an object. Let us recall first the distance and displacement. Distance is the total length of the actual path traveled. Displacement is the length of the shortest path between the initial and final position. In contrast with the distance, displacement considers the direction. Distance is a total path traveled with no direction. It only cares about the magnitude, not in which direction. So what it is considered? Okay, that is right. So distance is an example of scalar quantity. Now displacement, on the other hand, cares about both magnitude and direction. So displacement is an example of what? Alright, very good. It is vector quantity, since it includes directions. Okay, now, let us recall the speed and velocity. Speed is how fast something is moving without worrying about direction. It only considers the magnitude of motion. So speed is an example of scalar quantity. Now velocity, on the other hand, is the rate of change of displacement. So it considers both magnitude and direction. So velocity is an example of vector quantity. Lastly, we have acceleration. Acceleration is the rate at which velocity changes. It is either by changing in speed or changing direction. Okay, based on the defined terms of the motion of objects, distance, speed, and time are considered as what? Yes, Anthony. Yes, very good. They are scalar quantities. So why are these considered scalar quantities? Alright, very good. On the other hand, displacement, velocity, and acceleration are vector quantities. Why these are vector quantities? Yes, Sheila. Yes, that's right. Very good. Okay, is everything clear, class? Any questions, clarification about our topic? Alright, that's great. Okay, now, let us proceed with our application. This activity is called scalar or vector, the sorting challenge. For the instructions, please everybody read. Okay, so I will be giving you each of these papers containing statements. For each statement, you will determine if it describes scalar or vector quantity. Mark circle for scalar and X for vector quantity. Okay, are we clear, class? Okay, that's great. Please distribute this activity sheet for you to answer. You will only be given 3 minutes to answer. Now your timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Please stop writing. Now please exchange your papers with your seatmate for checking. Okay, did you already exchange papers? Okay, good. Now, let's reveal the answer. Please check each correct item, class. Each correct item is equivalent to 1 point. Okay, are you done checking? Please count the number of scores and pass the paper forward without standing. Okay, now, have you already known the difference between magnitude and direction, as well as scalar quantity and vector quantity? Can I now ask what is the difference between scalar quantity and vector quantity? Yes, Kevin. Yes, very good. That is right. Scalar quantity has only magnitude, while vector quantity has both magnitude and direction. Okay, now class, let's put it into a context. Why is it important to include direction when giving instructions to a delivery driver? Anyone? Yes, Apple. Very good, thank you. You have a good point. Now, why is displacement considered a vector quantity, while distance is scalar quantity? Okay, let's have Christian. Alright, very good. It seems that you have really learned a lot from our discussion. Now at this moment, to fully test your understanding on our topic, let's have a quiz. So everyone, please get one for sheet of paper. Okay, now for the instruction, please listen carefully. I will flash question on the screen. Please read each question carefully and choose the correct answer. Write only the letter of the correct answer. You will only have 20 seconds on each item to answer. Are we clear, class? Okay, so please keep all your notes as we will begin our quiz. Okay, and that's it. Please pass your paper forward, class, without standing. Alright, thank you very much, class, for your participation. I hope that you learned a lot from our discussion today. Now in summary, scalar quantity is a quantity that has a magnitude with a unit of measure. Vector quantity is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. Some examples of scalar quantities are distance, speed, and time. And some examples of vector quantities are displacement, velocity, and acceleration. Now for your assignment, class, please answer this question in not less than 3 sentences and put it in a 1/2 crosswise sheet of paper to be passed next meeting. I think that would be all for today, class. I hope that you have enjoyed our class today and gained a lot of knowledge. Goodbye and thank you, everyone.